Hey everyone, it's Stephanie 1111 Witchy Babe, and I am back with another pick a card reading. So I did another poll for you guys in the community tab, and you all voted for the Evil Eye reading. So who is jealous of you and why? And what is your advice to do with that? So the way energy works is sometimes people, and this doesn't mean that they're bad people or anything like that, but we might have people in our lives that aren't really sending us the best vibes. And so we're just going to kind of check in on that, see who maybe doesn't have the best intentions for you, see if maybe we can avoid any kind of uncomfortable situations, and let you know what's going on, why they have these feelings towards you, and what can you do about it. Any advice, anything you need to walk away from them, do you need to have a conversation, whatever, we're going to be tapping into that. So we have 4 selections here. We have Judgment, we have Self-Indulgent, we have Fixated, and we have Misguided. So you can go ahead, see which card you're drawn to. You might be drawn to more than one card because there might be more than one message in that reading, in this reading for you. And you can check out the pinned comment or the description box for the timestamps if you want to go ahead and jump over to that. Just a quick few things before we begin. Check out that description box besides the timestamps, because there's all the information of all the other areas to find me on the internet. And also if you want to book a personalized reading with me, because this is a general energy reading, so you can only take the information that resonates and leave anything else behind that doesn't. And I think that's about it. So I will see you at your selection, and I hope you guys are having a great day when you're watching this. Hello, group Judgmental. Not judgment, Judgmental. Group Judgmental, group 1. So welcome to your reading. Again, this is a general energy reading, and it is not a reading for your personalized energy. So only take the information that resonates and leave everything else behind that doesn't. If you decide you'd like to book a personalized reading with me, you can do that at my website, 1111witchybabe.com. So this reading, we're going to be seeing who is sending you some jealous vibes, some who doesn't have the best intentions for you right now, and why, and what can you do about it. So we have Judgmental coming out right away, being that you're attracted to this. This is going to be somebody that is judging you. I feel like this person, they know you're close to them. So, and I feel like this closeness is either you guys are close as in your friends and you know each other well, or you're in a close proximity to them, you work with them, you live near them, they see you. So let's dive on in and see who this person is first. And then we'll see what the problem is. So who is this? Okay, so we have Priest coming out in its shadow attributes, and this is violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. So this is going to be somebody that, maybe you're in the same type of either physical location together, so in the same community together, or there's somebody that you share a space with on the internet in a spiritual community, maybe also in a spiritual community in person as well. This person could be part of your soul family, I have to say. And again, this doesn't mean that they're bad people. It just means that this time this person's kind of in an issue with your energy. Your guys' energies are having issues, and maybe you're lighting some subconscious stuff up in them, and that's why this is coming out. So just like to put that out there. So this person, you guys are connected somehow through community or through spiritual community, and they are either in a role of authority in that community, and they're having like issues with that role. They're kind of on a power trip maybe, or they're having some shadow aspects that are playing themselves out, and you kind of are igniting that, is what I feel. That's kind of maybe why that came up here, because I'm hearing little whispers about that. Or for some of you, you are the one in the position of authority, and they're kind of projecting that on you, that you're going through a power trip. So this could be, I just heard PTA, like this could be something like that as well. Maybe you guys work together like through your kids, or maybe at your job there's some sort of like leadership committee and you're part of that. Okay, let's see what else. Who is this person? And who is this person? We're just doing that right now. Okay, we have Child Divine coming out in the shadow attribute, and inability to defend oneself against negative forces. So this is going to be somebody that I feel like for most of you, they're looking at you that you're in a position of power and you're using your power in a negative way. That's their perception. Doesn't mean it's the reality. This person definitely has a victim mentality. I just heard Cancer. This person might be a Cancer, or they have heavy Cancer. They also could be a Pisces or Scorpio as well. I'm getting some water vibes here, but mainly Cancer. This person is, they're just kind of that, they have that victim mentality. They don't feel like they're strong enough to deal with certain things. This person could, if they're close to them in regards to like relationship wise, you're friends with them, this is going to be the type of person that they always have something going on that's like somebody's hurting them, attacking them, doing something negative towards them, or an entire group of people are like like the world is out to get them type of feeling. And so I feel like maybe because you're the type of person that sees life differently or doesn't see yourself in that role where just you're victimized and there's nothing you can do about it, it might be irritating to you, and they pick up on that irritation is kind of what I'm seeing here. Okay, who else is this? So I feel like this person, they might actually see you as being a bit judgmental, and they're judging you for being judgmental. I mean, of course, all this is going to be projection, because when we have these type of feelings, a lot of the time we are projecting our own issues onto that person. Yeah, they are somebody that's very, they're a forever victim. So if you've ever labeled them that really is how their energy is. They will be the type of person that uses their emotions to try to manipulate or play people, try to make them feel bad. This is the type of person that gaslights a lot. And so they are actually very in tune, like as a person, they're very in tune with their emotions. They have the ability to be very in tune with their intuition, but they're just in such a low energy right now that they're just using all of those gifts in a very negative way. This is going to also be, I feel this person, for some of you, is talking bad about you to other people, trying to like play other people against you, but using them being depressed or sad or whatever about you in order to do so. It's through like emotional manipulation. And the World reverse. Yeah, this person, they're refusing to like grow. So some of you have known this person for a really long time. They're like a childhood friend, that type of thing. And they refuse to grow. They refuse to go beyond what has always worked for them. And so they're just in this very like immature space. So let's go ahead and see why exactly. What is their problem? Why do they have this negative energy towards you? So they're mad about something. I think they see you as being more sure of yourself. Like they see you as being sure of yourself, and they're not very sure of themselves at all. Like they always feel like everything's happening to them. They don't have a lot of control or authority or power. And they see you being in that position. That's their perception. And so they're mad about that. They also see you as having your shit together. Maybe you have your finances together, or at least that's their perception of it. Like you're a hard worker, you're very dedicated, you're focused, you're determined, and they just don't have that in them. That's not the energy that I'm picking up in them. This is somebody that's very like immature, lost, looking for direction, and you have all of that. And that's what their issue is. That's why they're jealous of you. That's why they got problems with you, and are sending you this evil eye. What's their problem? And they really like admire how you communicate with other people, how you carry yourself, how other people seem to listen to you, how you can command the room, command attention, and they just can't do that. And it makes them feel some kind of way about it. So this is their problem. Their problem, as always, and I suspect to see this in every reading, but their problem, especially for you guys, is it's all about them and them not being at their full potential, so projecting their insecurities out onto you. And so they think that you're in a position of power that you shouldn't be so sure of yourself, and that you're not like really all that great of a person as of what other people see you as. And so that's what some of you, this is just these person's thoughts and their energy they're sending out to you, and they're not saying anything to anybody because it's really like, It's just their thing that they're dealing with. But others of you, I do feel like they're talking about you. Some of you will definitely already know this, but they're trying to get other people to see you in the same light that they see you. You know? Okay, so let's go ahead and see what you can do about this. What is your advice? The Ace of Wands. The High Priestess reversed. The Hanged Man. Knight of Cups reversed. The Emperor. The Three of Coins. The Networker. And Virgo. Okay. So this person, especially if this is somebody that you like, or you want to make the situation work, or that it would just be better if you and this person got along, this person definitely has potential, because a lot of this is just about them, and this person is very emotional. So to not to be rude, but because of how emotional this person is, there's a lot of ways to work around the situation if you want to be in a better space with them. If you're not wanting to, if you don't really care and you're just watching this kind of curious what's going to come up, then I would say, just like with anybody else, if this person has issue with you and you don't really want to deal with it or be a part of trying to help resolve that with them, totally fine. Like, you don't have to fix everybody's, try to work everything out. If that's not what you're wanting to do here, then just know that this information, and you'll be able to be careful around this person, because again, they're kind of looking for spaces of where you're not how you present yourself, or trying to find, a way to catch you in something. So you definitely don't want to confide in them any type of secrets, especially with the High Priestess reverse. You don't want to tell them any secrets or something that you wouldn't want other people to know, because I feel like they're going to have a loose mouth about you. They're not going to have any loyalty to you in that department. And yeah, you just want to be careful in that way. But other than that, this is not somebody that's, people have their issues, right? And you can just leave it at that. But if you are wanting to work on this, like, let's say this is a friend, let's say this is a coworker, let's say this is somebody that would make your life easier if you two would just get along and be in a better space, you definitely have the ability to do so here. So it's very positive. This person does have a lot of respect for you, which is why they have so much issue with you. And that respect might not necessarily be in their conscious space. It might be, it's in their conscious space, but it's really clouded by jealousy and their own shadow aspects that they're not dealing with. And so something that you can do to kind of help this person and help the situation out if you want, is that I feel like if you talking to this person and sharing information with them that they're interested in, would be a really good space to do so. This person wants to feel like they have an authority. They want to feel like they have space to lead, and they want to feel like they have a role. It's not even like they want to really necessarily lead, because I don't feel like they feel sure of themselves too, but they want to feel like they're somebody's second-hand man. They want to feel like they have some sort of that they're really participating and they're really helping and that they're helpful. They want to be of service, and I feel like they don't feel included in whatever space that you guys are in. And so if you can figure out a way to include them more, to make them feel like they have more of a role that they're playing, that they're needed, they're essential, this is going to give them a really strong burst of confidence within inside of themselves. This could be something that you really could help out, to be quite honest with you. You could really help them access more of their of the higher energies of some of those cards that came out, like that King of King of Cups. You know, the King of Cups being in reverse is somebody that's very like manipulative and just really draining to be around, and just always playing like these emotional games to get what they want. But if they can bring their energy upright, this is somebody that's going to be good to have on your team, to have on your side, because they're very in tune with their intuition. They're very good with understanding other people's emotions and working with them once they have control of their emotions. So this person has a lot to offer. And they just need to believe in themselves a little bit more. And I feel like if you just give them a bit of, if you're in a position you can, a bit of feeling like they're contributing, you know, giving them a bit of authority, especially like this is like a coworker type thing, maybe asking them for help, asking their opinion, making them just feel like they're worthy and that they're accepted. I mean, that's important. That's, everybody wants to feel like that. Everybody wants to feel like they have a role, and that they're here for a purpose. I feel like that's really would be very helpful with this connection, and would they would just not feel like this about you. They wouldn't be projecting that onto you. You would then in turn to somebody that is more of this emperor, that is a balanced and a fair leader, and somebody that they look up to fully and they're not jealous of, because they're like, hey, like you're normal like me, and like you see potential in me. There's no reason for me to be jealous of you. You know what I mean? So that's if you want to, but otherwise you definitely need to be careful with this person if you're not working on the relationship, because this is not the type of thing where it's like, oh, just befriend them and things will work in themselves out. Sometimes that happens, but this is a type of person that's going to just kind of keep that resentment down if they're not feeling like they're a part of the team, a part of whatever you're doing. So again, everybody's situation will be different. Take all the information that helps you and use it with your life, and leave anything else behind that you're like, no, I don't care enough about that for that. That's totally fine. Just here to give you all that information. So that's going to be your reading, guys. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you all next time. Have a fantastic day. Group Self-Indulgent, or group 2. So this is going to be your reading for the evil eye, who is jealous of you, who's sending you bad vibes, why, and what is your advice on it. So before I begin, my reminder is always, this is a general energy reading, so please only take the information that resonates with you and leave anything behind that doesn't. So let's go ahead and dive on in. First, we're going to see who it is, identify them. Then we're going to see why, like what's their problem. And we'll go ahead and take a look at some advice. So Self-Indulgent, the Wolf. I don't know what it is about this card, but this definitely gives me the vibes that there's something to do with a romantic relationship with whoever this is. So either this is an ex, or this is an ex partner of a current partner, or an ex of an ex, or somebody connected to somebody you've been involved with romantically, that type of thing. So let's see who this is about. Okay, so we have Gambler coming out. Who is this? We have Hero, Heroine, and its shadow attribute. Okay, so this is going to be somebody that is definitely not very, what is the word for this? Doesn't plan out things very well. This is somebody that just kind of goes with the flow of life. They just kind of like hope things line up for them. There's also somebody that indulges in escapism a lot, and it's interesting because we do have self-indulgent, so they could be somebody that has some sort of issue with like self-control. They could have issue with drugs, alcohol, sex, food, any of those things that bring us pleasure, and doing them in too much. Okay, who is this person? So this is giving me some Taurus vibes, Pisces vibes. Two of Cups reversed. Yep, here we go. This is definitely somebody that was either an ex, or they were attached to a romantic partner of yours at some point. If this was an ex, this was a relationship that didn't last very long. It ended shortly after it began. This also could be an ex that you definitely felt very connected with. You felt like you were they were a soulmate. Or this could be somebody that you feel is a soulmate that you're not in communication with at this time. Who is this? The Devil reversed. Okay, so also could be Capricorn energy here. The Devil reversed. This is going to be you felt very, very attached to this person, very bonded, and you had to break from that bondage. So I feel like for most of you, this is just definitely showing up as an ex. This is not they're a person that they were connected with. This is, well, okay, I won't say that, because there is like this, maybe it's just for a small part of you, but this is your ex's ex that's still hung up on you, or your current partner's ex. Especially if they had like an ex where they had a very toxic relationship. But I think most of you, this is your ex, and this was your toxic relationship. Who is this? The Nine of Swords. Oops. Reversed. Who is this? The Six of Staffs was reversed. Yeah, this is somebody that was definitely really in their ego. They were somebody that created a lot of anxiety in your life. Very competitive. Who is this? And they were likely somebody that came into your life and created a big change. Like your life has not been the same since you met them. So this could be somebody that you consider like your twin flame. That's the type of energy, soulmate, or that person that like got away, or the one that you always like have this like kind of back and forth with. And for some of you, I do just get this energy of like a very short, it's almost like a relationship started for you all, and then it like didn't work, but you haven't let each other go since. And it's just like this back and forth, back and forth. Okay, so I think we have that established pretty well off who this is. This is most of your guys' exes. So let's see why. So why are they, what is their problem with you? Why are they mad? Why are they jealous? Why are they sending you bad vibes? South Node. This is a creepy card. I don't know why it's creeping me out so much. I don't know why, guys. Let me know, does this card creep you out? I don't like it all of a sudden. Maybe it's just in this reading. Ugh, I don't like that. Okay. What is this? Water element. Neptune. Okay. So why do they have issues with you? For one, this is definitely a relationship that a lot of karma has played out in. For some of you, it might have been a karmic relationship for those that resonate. And so I feel like they're really mad because I think a lot of them realize that they have to evolve in order for this connection to work. They have to evolve how they deal with their emotions. They have to evolve how they fall into escapism when they don't want to face their emotions. There's a lot of things that they have to change. And I feel like this person is definitely going to be somebody that is more attracted to their South Node energy, more attracted to what they're comfortable with. And they're supposed to be evolving from that. So this is somebody like you are more mature, and they're mad about how you're continuing to progress in your life and you're continuing to evolve while they're not. I feel like a lot of the reason why this person is like sending you bad vibes, like they're doing this when they're drunk, or they're high, or they're intoxicated, or they're involved in some sort of escapism. Like this could even be the type of person, like I'm getting an image of somebody that's like finishing up off of like meeting up with somebody on Tinder or something, right? And then they're laying there like looking at your social media and getting mad about just anything that they can find, like any little thing. Doesn't even have to be anything that it seems like you're trying to piss them off or anything like that. Just like mad at you existing and being fine without them, even though they were engaged in with somebody else a minute ago. Like, that's what I'm seeing. So they just are mad at you existing and that you're doing fine without them, to be quite honest. That's what I see here. What's their problem? What's their problem? Why are they sending you bad vibes? Yeah, they really want to come forward and say something to you all. They've been watching you. They've been watching your social media. They want to say something to you. It would be very nasty, whatever it is that they want to say. They have not been doing good, this person. They have been spending a lot of time trying to hide from their shadow aspects and however you've made them feel from this connection. So, like, if you're watching this thinking like, damn, I'm not even thinking about this person, they have not let you out of their head. That's for damn sure. Okay. You're living there rent free right now. The devil coming out again. Oh my God. Yeah, this person, they want to figure out how to get you back. They want to, I heard trap. They want to trap you. Oh my God. Jesus. The, what I just got was this person thinks about like trapping you with a kid so you can't get away from them again. You be careful. That was a little much. Okay. So we know what their problem is. They're mad that they just don't have you. That's it. They are mad because they don't have you. All right, let's move on. Let's go on and see what's some advice. What should you do about it? Now, like I said in the other reading, I'll say it in all of them. This is always up to you. You can just back out of this reading at this point if you already know, like, I just was curious what's going on. I don't really care what to do with them. They can be mad about me existing all they want. But if you're trying to maybe understand this on a different level, or you want some advice on, like, you know, is there anything I can do to fix the situation or anything like that? That's what we're going to be looking at here. So let's take a look at advice. What's the advice for what to do about this person and their bad vibes? 5 of Swords, the Lovers, Justice reversed, Ace of Swords, Four of Swords. Look at all this damn sword energy. Oh my goodness. Got a ton of air here. All air, actually. All of it's air. Except for this 5 of Cups. Okay. So we have a ton of air here. We have the Ace of Swords, 5 of Swords, 4 of Swords, which is all air. We have the Lovers, which is Gemini. And we have Justice, which is Libra. So those are both air signs. So a ton of air here. Maybe you're an air sign. Maybe this person's an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or has that heavy in their chart. So basically what your advice is here is, I feel like this person actually is going to be coming forward to communicate with you. So one thing is, this person's going to be coming forward to communicate, and it's going to be likely a combative communication. They're going to want to fight. You're being called to find balance within this communication. They want you to listen and hear them out. There is some truth that's going to be coming through with this however they present themselves, but they're definitely wanting you to listen, because I feel like this person needs to just kind of release some stuff. Now, of course, this is up to you. If you don't feel like you need to listen to this person and their bullshit, then just don't answer when they come running, because they are coming to say something to you eventually. But I feel like this person almost needs to speak their piece, so then they can start to truly engage in their own shadow work and dealing with whatever they need to deal with, because they got some issues much heavier than you. They've been engaging in way too much drinking or smoking or something along those lines, so they need to work on that. But one thing is that I will warn you, if you're listening to this and you're like hoping for reconciliation, hoping to be back with this person is not in a good space, and any type of like if you try to start a relationship with them again at this point, it's going to lead into that Five of Cups. It's going to be emotional loss because they haven't done the healing work that they need to do in order to balance stuff out for them, with that justice being reversed. And so it will once again be a space where you're giving more than you're receiving, and that's not anything that's going to work or last for you. So definitely, you know, with your advice here, we have communication coming in. Depending on what happened between you two, I'll let you decide what you're going to do with that. But if you do decide to listen, do not step back into a relationship like right away with this person. There's a lot that they need to work on, but hear them out and let some space and let some time happen. You know, don't just dive back into them, into a connection. So that is going to be your reading at group 2. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Hello, group 3, group Fixated. So this is going to be your reading for the evil eye. Who is jealous of you and why, and what can you do about it? Some advice. So before I begin, as always, this is a general energy reading, so only take the information that resonates and leave anything else behind that doesn't. And if you'd like to book a personalized reading with me, you can do that at my website, 1111witchybabe.com. Okay, let's begin and see who is it that has a problem with you. We're going to start with the who, then we'll go to the why, and then we'll end with what is some advice for you. So who is this that has an issue with you? Who is it? Who is this individual? Oops, actually I want to start off with this deck. The deck over here. Group Fixated, group 3. Who is sending them the evil eye? So we have Visionary coming out, and it's upright energy. Then we have Pioneer coming out, and it's reverse energy. Let me take a look at Visionary really quickly. Capacity to envision what is not there yet conceivable to others. Willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. Okay. For some of you, I'm getting the, I'm feeling like this is somebody that you work with, or you go to school with them. Who is this? We have the Four of Coins. This also could be a family member. The Moon. This could be a mother figure, a feminine figure in your family, a sister, aunt, grandparent. And again, remember, this evil eye who's sending me bad vibes, it's not, we all do this. This is normal. This is human behavior. It's not to say this person's bad or to cut this person out necessarily. We'll check out that with the advice. But it's just to let you know kind of what's going on energetically, so you're aware and you can make some changes if you desire to. Temperance, especially with this person definitely doesn't seem like a bad person. Who is this? The Eight of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I see who this is now. Okay. And the Eight of Swords. Wow, okay. So this is more than likely for you guys going to be either a family member or a friend or a coworker. And more than likely this person is a feminine energy. I feel like there's somebody that you're definitely close to. If they are not a family member, you're going to see them like family, or you're going to, you know, see them in a very like a mothering figure, a maternal figure. This person is very anxious about you. They have a lot of anxiety about your future. They have a lot of anxiety about, you know, about your health. There's anxiety about just like everything, anything possible. So this is, to me, screams like a mom, your mom, or your grandma, or, you know, anybody that helped raise you, that was a feminine energy, your sisters, niece, you know, obviously your niece, well, I don't know, niece could help raise you, but just that it's a feminine energy that I'm feeling here. And of course with that, it could be, you know, it could be a dad, uncle, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not the gender, it's the energy. So whoever you're thinking of right now, it's likely who that is. And also it could be a friend, but this is gonna be something that's very, very close to you. or a coworker that's close to you. And so the reason why they're not sending you bad vibes because they're jealous of you or anything like that. It's just that they have a lot of anxiety about you, and they have a lot of anxiety about your future, and they have some control issues. So I think for a lot of you guys, this is a parent. This is somebody that has helped raise you, and they're just worried about the direction that you're going in life. They're worried about your health. They're worried about your mental health. They're worried about your financial stability. They're worried about the world and you taking it on. Maybe some of you are, some of my younger viewers, this is, them worried about what life is going to be like for you, what it's going to do to you. And so they're not sending you jealous vibes. They're sending you negative energy because of how many different terrible catastrophes they see potentially happening for you in your future. So let's go ahead, and I think we really covered the who and the why in one shot. Again, this is really not what this reading is about, because this is more about like who's jealous, but I think maybe the reason why this is coming up is because you need to get some advice on what to do with it, because I feel like you can help this person out in a way. Now, part of them, if this is just how they are, then this is how they are, and there's not much you can do about it, other than making sure, as always, that you're protecting your energy if you're sensitive, that you understand that the person has a lot of anxiety, so when they're coming to you with like concerns or things like that, you're also adding that into the factor when you go to make decisions based off what they say, that, hey, this person is just very anxious for me. So they're looking at the worst possible things that happen, and just knowing that. And so when you know, like, this person's coming from a very good space, they are not coming from a space of not wanting to see you succeed. They're not coming from and it can seem like that. It can really seem like that too at the time, because it's like everything you say is like not good, or something bad's gonna happen. That's just because this person is so anxious. They always are seeing like something bad could happen. Like anything they look at when it comes to you is something bad could happen, not because they don't think you're capable or smart or able to be successful. Is because they're just they love you so much, they're so concerned about you, and they have control issues. They really do. That's not, this is not healthy for them. They have issues, but they just see all the potential disaster because they want to keep you safe. Probably in their ideal world, they would just be able to provide a life for you where you wouldn't have to do anything but sit in a bubble and be secure and as safe as possible. And that would be their ideal world. So it's not, and it's hard because it's frustrating when it's like, I'm, a successful, fully functioning adult. Why are you acting like this towards me? It's because their perception of you, especially if this is somebody that has helped raise you, is still of you being a kid, and that's why. So let's see what some things that you can do to make your life a little bit more easier in dealing with this person, and to not personalize some of their anxiety and not absorb it. Which, of course, just look up, shielding energy. It's the same with any type of energy. You're going to want to shield yourself from it, so you're not being like, oh, I don't know, maybe I can't do that. Maybe it's too dangerous. When you start to have their thoughts in your head, it's like, okay, I'm picking up too much of their energy. How do I shield it? Just look up shielding energy. Lots of different techniques. I don't like to give people like recipes for this stuff, because part of the process of your development and growth and expanding your skills is by doing the research and finding it out yourself, because you'll find exactly the type of technique that's going to work best for you. Okay, let's see what is some advice on how to help with this situation so you don't go absolutely nuts. So we have 8th house endings and beginnings. So if some of you, one thing that will actually help, and it might not necessarily help the situation at hand, but it's going to help long term, is that if you have financial connection and ties to this person, you need to end that. You need to step fully into your financial power, and not let this person have financial ties with you. This person has issues with control. They like to control things. They're a control freak. And when you have that financial energetic link to them, it re-establishes that control in a way, and continues to fuel that fire per se. So the faster you get away from them financially, the better it will be when it comes to that energetic connection. And we have second house coming out, which is all about owning, but also about finances. We got the big coin there. So yes, you guys, you need to make sure if you have any type of financial ties with this person that you end it, because it's going to relieve some of this feeling that they have control over you, and it's going to help keep you a bit more sane. Advice. The Star. The Two of Cups reversed. The King of Swords reversed. Okay. And the Five of Swords. Okay. So a lot of your advice here, I feel like you and this person definitely have it out sometimes at each other. Your advice here is, one, definitely tap into getting some emotional balance on your end. You need to be able to, now that you understand this person a little bit better, you got to keep that in mind, especially when they piss you off, okay? You need to work on your emotional balance overall as just a human being. Working on getting a little bit more control of your emotions and how you react to emotional stimulus. You also, stimuli, I guess I should say. You also need to bring a bit more faith back into, like, you know, especially if you just like, God, I can't take this. This is just how this person is all the time. There is opportunity for growth. There is opportunity for change in this connection. So to have hope and faith in that as a possibility. And one way that you're going to get closer to it is through your own actions. I feel like you might be the type of person that gets a bit defensive, which is understandable with what's going on, and you might say some things that you regret that are a bit harsh and a bit mean, and that doesn't really help the situation much. It's not gonna stop this person from feeling like they can and need to control you for your own safety. This is actually fuels them for further reasons of why you aren't, you know, why they have to worry about you. So slowing down your reaction times with this person in conversations is going to be really beneficial for you as well. And again, keeping in mind their perspective and where they're coming from will help you. Again, is it right that somebody treats you like this? No. But this is the reality of what's going on. And if you want to have a connection with this person, you want to work through that, then these are the steps that you also have to take. You can't be so ready to fight them. You can't be so ready to pop off. You can't be out of balance emotionally. You need to understand that this person is acting in this way for their own reasons. Besides you, they have their issues. They feel out of control in their life in some way. That's always the case if somebody's being overly controlling. And so they're projecting some stuff onto you. And then they also care about you so deeply that the thought of losing you is worth having all they feel like them running through all these potentials and ways that they need to keep you safe is helping keep you safe. And if you've ever dealt with anxiety, you'll know what that feels like. So you just have to try to put their perspective on and see that it's not coming from a place of negativity or malice or wanting to hurt you or wanting to suppress you. It's wanting to keep you safe, and they don't realize that they're suppressing you by doing that. So you don't need to pop off. You don't need to argue. That's not going to solve this. What's going to solve this, what's going to help release it, obviously, is them working on themselves. But when it comes to the communication between you two and the relationship between you two, it's going to be you guys having a calm, rational conversation, and coming through with more understanding versus trying to just assert your authority and your role to live the life that you want, which is true, but it's not going to help this particular situation. Okay, so that is going to be your reading. Let me know if you have any questions, and let me know what you think in the comments. I hope you guys have a fantastic day whenever you're finding this, and I will see you all. Hello, group 4, group Misguided. So we have your reading today. And before I begin, just a reminder, this is a general energy reading. It is not a reading based on your specific energy. So please only take the information that resonates and leave everything else behind that doesn't. So we're going to be looking at the evil eye. Who is jealous of you? Who's sending you bad vibes? Why? And what is some advice? So we're going to first start off with the who, identifying who this is picking up on. Oops, that was loud. Didn't realize it was going to be that loud. Okay, so who is this for my group Misguided, group 4? Mystic, revels an intimate union with the divine. Okay. We have Knight and its shadow attributes, allegiance to destructive ruler or principal, romantic delusions. Oh, okay, yes, wow. See, I was already getting half of this information that just came in when I got that one card, and now I'm seeing it. So this group, you guys, for a lot of you, I feel already, this is picking up on somebody that has a massive crush on you, and I don't really know if you feel the same way about them. Okay, so let's keep going. Who is this? Ah, damn it. I just dropped half my deck. Who is this? King of Pentacles. So this could have been somebody that you dated in the past that was more into you than you were into them. They could be somebody that has a crush on you, but this person, they feel like they want to own you. They want to control you. They want to have you. They feel like it's their destiny to. Yeah, they feel like it's their destiny to, and I feel like they have been watching readings or getting readings done, or maybe even just like listening to different philosophies or different ways of different belief systems when it comes to like soulmates and romantic connections, and they feel like you are like you were made for them, you're meant for them. But I don't really get this reciprocated energy coming off of your end. This seems like more of an admirer, somebody you weren't that into that's still holding a flame for you, somebody that you maybe don't even really like know that well, especially if you have any sort of platform, if you're online, you have people that follow you, you have fans or any type of public image. This is somebody that just could be just like a fan or a client. The Four of Swords. They see you as their light, and that's why Misguided is coming out, because it's, I just don't, you know, maybe some of you do feel like this about this person, but I feel like for most of you, you don't. It's like, why do they feel like this about me? Like, it was never that deep. That's kind of what I feel right now. And so this person thinks about you a lot. They're trying to figure out a way to get to you. And I don't mean like how to find you, not to scare anybody, but like how to get into your life, either again or for the first time. The Six of Cups, yeah, they think that you are their soulmate. You are their happiness. You're their ticket. So, let's see. Who is this person? Okay, this person could be an Aries. They're really, like, really set on you. And it's just weird because, like, when I'm looking at the energy as a whole, it's just all this pressure and, like, focusing on you, but I don't feel anything coming back in return at all. Some of you really might not even know this person. Okay, so we have Aquarius, and some of you might not even know this person. I know. Aquarius coming out and Aries coming out. So this could be two signs of this individual, or they could have that in their chart. But I feel like this person is somebody that is in your community, be that your physical community or your online community. They somehow know you in that way. And they are very, very, very determined to be a part of your life. So let's go ahead and see. So why are they sending you bad vibes if they want to be a part of your life? Move that off to the side. So why are they sending such bad vibes then? Are they jealous? The Moon. Earth element and stability. Venus. Okay, so this person, one word that keeps coming up is selfish over and over again. I don't know if this person is selfish or if they think that you're selfish. But that is one word that keeps coming up again. So we'll just put that off kind of to the side. The other thing I see here is that this person is really, for some of you, this is a feminine energy. And the reason why they're sending you bad vibes is because maybe you are not attracted to feminine energy, and they know that there's no way for this to, like, they're mad that it probably won't work out between you two. And they're in kind of like a delusional state where they feel like if you just got to know them, then it would work out. You would be able to get past that. But maybe because I feel like this person watches you, maybe they see you talking about, you know, the energy that you're attracted to, or maybe you're dating somebody already or whatever, and they get very jealous and emotional and upset about that. And there's this very selfish energy. I feel like maybe a lot of you are already in relationships, and that's why selfish keeps coming up, because they're selfish right now because they want you, even though you're already in a connection, they want you to be done with that and be with them instead. I also feel like some of them are, it's like they really like it. Okay, this is so weird. This is giving me that, like, do I want you or do I want to be you vibe for some of them. And some of them are very jealous of, like, how they're just jealous of you. They're jealous of your total energy. They're jealous of how people interact with you. They're jealous of the stability that you have in your life. They're jealous of your friends and your family circle. They're jealous of your finances. They're jealous of your appearance. It's just a whole slew of things that they're jealous of, but at the same time, they absolutely admire that and love you and want to be a part of your life. So this is kind of like that fan energy, but they're actually still jealous at the same time. So they're sending you a lot of negative energy. So, and again, this is not to say that they're a bad person. We all have these things that happen to us, but this is just picking up on that. And for others of you that do resonate, you know, that feel like this might be somebody that has like a crush on you or wants to be with you, or an ex that's still holding a light for you, they're upset about, I feel, a new relationship in your life that seems very stable, and you seem very happy, and that you're taken care of, and it's very pleasurable for you. They're very upset about this. So that's why they're sending you such negative vibes. And if that's not reality, they could be perceiving like this is something going on, like you're hiding some sort of relationship that you're in. So let's go on and see, what can you do about this? What is some advice? Now, I've been saying this with every reading. If you know who this is and you're like, I don't fuck with them for that reason specifically, then this is just telling you who it is, and you can click out of the reading now. But if you want advice on, you know, how to make the situation better, or like what should you do, or, you know, whatever, then go ahead and continue listening on. So what is the advice for this group? What do we do about this person and their problems? Personally, this is the kind of energy that bothers me the most, because it's like, I think a lot of you don't even know this person, and as somebody that has a public platform, that comes with it, where there's people that like have issues with you and you don't know them, and it's just kind of scary, like knowing somebody could have that, like you could be such a big kind of part of their thinking process, and you don't even like know about them. So obviously, if that's the case, there's not much you can do about it, but this is more along the lines of people that maybe you know, and you're like, oh, I know who that is. So let's see what you can do. What's the advice? So we have the 12th house escape. One thing I'll say, that if this does make you feel like this is picking up on somebody that you don't know, then I would just work on making sure that you are taking care of your energy well, that you are protecting your energy well, because these people that have these negative energies and thoughts towards us, that are sending it to us, you know, we can have bad days where we're not really keeping up with we're not in the best energy. We're kind of being brought down by other things in our life. And that's where it seems like some of these psychic attacks will hit. And since the 12th house is coming up, and that is the house of psychic attacks, I feel like you need to make sure that you are meditating frequently, that you are cleansing your space frequently, that you are grounding your energy frequently, because you do have this potential for these psychic attacks to come in from this person or other people. And especially for anybody that's watching that has a, you know, a public platform, you have a channel, you have your face out there, you have work attached to it, there you can escape people not having ill will towards you, be that because they don't like you for whatever reason, or because they're super against your philosophy. I get a lot of like hate stuff from super strict Christians that think I'm like the devil. So it's like all that stuff count, even if you're like, that's cool, like you don't personally care. If you're in a low space already and somebody is having that energy and sending it towards you, you can have like these holes in your protective shield, right? And it can get through, so you can have this like bad vibes sent to you. Okay, so basically work on that, making sure that you're protecting yourself in that way. But also what I have here for my people that don't really resonate with that, don't resonate with it being something that they don't know, this, if you know this person, the reason why you guys have such, like, maybe they're so connected to you and you're not to them, is because you guys have a past life connection to each other. And so they are still really connected into that past life. They're still not fully understanding that this relationship is now over or doesn't need to exist anymore, because like the lessons have been learned. And so they're still going through that process. And that's why they're still so like rooted to you and still connected to you. And that can go romantic, that can go friendship too. And that could actually go for people that you don't know. You know, you can have these experiences where somebody else is a really big part of your life, where you might not be as big a part of their life. And because it might be you had a past life connection where the roles were reversed and you're having to even things out in this life. That happens because, again, my personal belief with energy, and what a lot of people that study the occult believe, is that with one existing, the opposite has to exist as well. With light, we must have darkness. So when we have sometimes situations in present day life, that situation played out in the past life, but roles were reversed. So maybe in a past life you were super into this person, they weren't really into you, and now that energy is being flipped, that lesson is being flipped, so they're now facing that, and you are like, you know, doing your own thing, not really focusing on them. I also feel like with this advice is letting a lot of you guys know that you know, this really might be for a lot of you people that you just aren't aware of. Or if you are aware of them, you're not aware that they think like about this, like this towards you at all. Like it's because the 12th house, things are hidden, and this is the house of the secret enemies. So, okay, let's see, what else is the advice for you? Libra, balance. So for all my people that are on a public stage, it's really important for you to try to be as balanced as possible, to try to be as fair as possible, to try to deal with people in a, you know, a more intellectual space and not respond in an emotional space, because Libra is ruled by air. So, you know, just being that, you know, that Libra energy, which can be very annoying, but if you're working with the public, you don't want to make the public your enemy. So you want to try to be as balanced as possible. Obviously, always standing up for things that you need to stand up for, standing up for yourself when you need to do so, but you don't need to go about making enemies where you don't need to, basically. And if you are trying to run a business, that's not something that you can do anyway. And now I feel like I feel like a semi-hypocrite for this. It's something that I work on all the time, because I just have a more aggressive personality when it comes to disrespect. And I've had to work on this, of how to be able to respond to situations in a more, what is the word? Just in a nicer way, even if I'm not being presented with very nice energy. So if you're in the public eye, this is something you need to work on. This was something that will help with the negative energy that gets sent towards you. And for my folks that don't resonate with that, I just feel like finding this balance inside of yourself is going to be very helpful with this issue. And I think a lot of you if you don't resonate with this not being somebody that you don't know, then this is just talking about like why this connection didn't work out. Because again, this 12th house, Libra rules relationships. It was a past life relationship, and it's just the scales are being balanced. Libra and scales. You went through this with this person. You were the one hurting last lifetime. Now they're the ones hurting this lifetime, and now the scales are even. Okay, so advice. Nine of coins. And Three of Staff. So for all of you, regardless of where you fall on this reading, you're being guided to, you know, enjoy your life, enjoy what you've created, look towards the future, look at ways that you can be a better person, look at ways that you can handle situations better, look at ways that you can manage your physical life better, especially again, you have a business, you're on the public stage, ironing the kinks out of how you interact with folks, and you have a very bright future ahead of you. So this is just like, this is more of just a little heads up, nothing to be too worried about. For people that were relating to this on a relationship basis, on an ex, this is letting you know that, hey, this was a past life situation. You learned your lessons. If you have any desires for some reason to go back to that, it's kind of telling you, no, you have something better in the future coming for you, and just take care of yourself right now. You don't need to worry about that. So that's going to be your reading, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, and let me know, let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you all next time.